between every album. We were kids when they first met us, so by the time y'all saw us at Stankonia and all those albums, we were just growing into being an adult, really knowing what we were about, or trying to figure out what we were about. So
hey everyone, it's your favorite gossip girl back with some juicy news. You must also be wondering about what happened to Andre 3000. I got you covered and will let you in on what went wrong and why he quit his music. We have all seen this before. Some artists would be hyped up one day and everyone would talk about them, and then the next day, it is as if they never existed in the first place. Well, the music industry could do that to you. As they always say, nothing is permanent. But a lot of fans did not expect that it would also happen to Andre. The question that a lot of fans are still waiting to be answered, though, is did he quit on his own, or was he forced to let go of something that he enjoys doing? That is what we are going to find out.
I just started writing to it, and I'm just happy to be a part of that whole movement and his whole movement, because he has become, a whole kind of another icon, in this today's age. So I was just happy to be a part of the album, And so all these collaborations, they've been.
His real name is Andre Lauren Benjamin, and he became famous because of hip-hop. Not only was he recognized for rapping, but people appreciated his talent for being a writer and producer. They were originally a duo, Andre and Antoine Patton, most popularly known as Big Boy. They eventually disbanded in 2007, and after that, only few people have heard about Andre's whereabouts. How could this guy suddenly go off the radar when he had the chance to work with some of the biggest rappers and music artists in the industry, including Travis Scott, Kanye West, Frank Ocean, and Kid Cudi? Like what I have mentioned, he not only did rapping, but he also explored fashion and designing, production, and even acting. You see, he was pretty big in music and even had a lot of connections to work on more projects. That is why it kind of became mysterious and questionable at the same time on why he just decided to quit music when it seemed like things were going well for him anyway. Many speculations have surrounded this matter as well. Besides the fact that it was unexpected, a lot of factors might have affected Andre 3000's decision. Some said that it was because he was getting older, others pointed in the direction of his ex, while some accepted the possibility that he must have just lost confidence to pursue this route. Let us talk about how big this duo was. They have won tons of awards, made groundbreaking music, and wowed so many fans. When they released their album Idlewild in 2006, it was talked about and was highly regarded. Unfortunately, that was the sixth and last album of the duo. They were big, and people were looking forward to hearing more and more from them. But then, even with all that, they just stopped altogether. In one of his interviews for a podcast, he stated, "I haven't been making much music, man. My focus is not there. My confidence is not there. I tinker a lot. I'll just go to a piano and I'll set my iPhone down and just record what I'm doing, moving my fingers and whatever happens, but I haven't been motivated to do a serious project." The icon added, "In my own self, I'm trying to figure out where do I sit. I don't even know what I am, and maybe I'm nothing. Maybe I'm not supposed to be anything. Maybe my history is kind of handicapping in any way." He also claimed that random instrumentals are what helps him. "They make me feel most rebellious. I don't like to with the flow, really. I don't know why, but I just feel best when I don't, so I have to honor that." But before we tackle more about Andre 3000's life, if you want to know more about what happened to him, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel right away. I have got more juicy stuff for you, so stay tuned. Now, going back to the video. Indeed, Andre has been experiencing some creative struggles since he quit music. But even though that is kind of known already by now, what people are curious about is how this started. What could have possibly triggered these hardships? It must have been hard to imagine the amount of popularity that he had, because he once opened up about his social anxiety as well. Yes, Andre displayed how talented he was in a lot of ways, but he must have been torn between chasing fame or choosing his peace. And that is something that anyone would have a hard time thinking through. In an interview with GQ, 3000 shared his thoughts on the problems that you got to face when you are in the limelight. He said, "As humans, we want attention. We want to be validated. At the same time, it's strange attention and a lot of it. If you have an excess of anything, it becomes strange." He added, "I was diagnosed with this social thing. I didn't notice it until I became an entertainer. I don't know if it's the shock of all kind of people coming up to you or the expectations, but I got to this place where it was hard for me to be in public without feeling watched or really nervous." You see, a lot of artists from different fields have experienced something like this. He was not the first one to feel how overwhelming it is to taste that fame and all the things that come with it. Ever since the Outkast duo disbanded, a lot of their fans still looked forward to their projects. Since it became hard for 3000 to take on solo projects, he worked with other artists instead to continually showcase his talent with music. Before, he also talked about how their album Speakerboxxx has affected his perspective in life. He stated, "Before that album, I moved to California. It started a little bit before then, and I just chucked it off as, yeah man, I just need to take a break. And I started to notice it getting worse and worse. because the more you run from it, the worse it gets. You don't want to explain it because you don't want to be a weak link around your friends. I never told my crew for a long time, so I just started getting to myself, spending more time with myself and stopped touring, and it felt great for me to do that because it's like, phew, I don't like that life. I don't like that confrontation. He also shared how praying helped him get through those tough times. And with all of that, more people started praising him. Because he can have it all, he can push his boundaries for fame, money, and connections, but he never did. He knows how valuable life can be and how beneficial it would be for him to choose his peace over the perks of being popular. The thing, though, is music is something that he is good at and that he loves to do, but I guess, as they say, you can never really have it all. His anxiety got so bad that it became hard for him to also write music. Not only that, but he ended up questioning if he was meant to be in that industry. Imagine someone great like him doubting his own talent because of all the pressure that comes along with it. Another factor that must have worsened his thoughts is his awareness that he has been a jack of all trades. He said that it became hard to know what his true talent is because he dabbled in different areas. He said, "I was trying to find out, what can I be excited about? Because I never was, to me, a great producer or a great writer or a great rapper. I always felt that I was less than everybody else, so I fought hard. My only gauge to know when something was good was how I felt it. Like, oh man, this is dope." Have you listened to Andre's songs already? Comment down your favorite song of his. When Andre was asked about how losing his parents affected him, he said, "I was in a creative hole and I was still not dealing with my mom's and my father's debts. And really, I don't know if I still have it. You know, just push that away. The problem with being successful is you can do whatever you do times 10 and no one to stop you. You can easily go down the wrong path and you get into that place. And the thing that brings you out is other people." This man has grown wiser throughout the times. With everything that he said, you can really feel how much he had to battle with the struggles that he faced because of popularity. The pressure was there, the doubt from both himself and the people around him, and the worry that he would not be able to live up to people's expectations. Kudos to him, though, for knowing when to let go of something that he loves and for choosing himself. When it comes to Big Boi, whom he had a deep relationship with, he said that he is always open to working with Andre once again. These two have known each other way back, created music together, achieved great feats, and remained friends, even though their time as Outkast already ended.
Dre, I called Dre on a Wednesday. Well, let me just start going. We go back 10th grade in high school. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, even in today, if people don't see it, they don't think it's happening. Yeah. So a lot of people are stuck on the fact of like, oh, where's the music? Where's the music? Where's the music? But I mean, we done all that. We done it all. Yeah. We've done it.
Big Boi said, "I've always said, whenever Dre is ready, I'm always ready. Right now, he's focusing on different things, and we respect that as a brotherhood. We text each other every day. That's my brother. We've done everything there is to do in music. We won the highest prize. We sold the most records. We started when we were 17 years old. Let the man breathe a little bit." Obviously, he is also aware of what Andre was feeling, and this is such a very precious friendship. I mean, not everyone would understand this, especially in a group, and you're at the peak of your career. There you have it. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and click on the notification below to be updated whenever we have a new update. Until next time, stay tuned for more juicy gossip.